Hello, welcome back to my channel Physics 21. There is another application of the Gauss theorem in this video. I will explain to find out expression of electric field due to an atom at any point. In this video, we consider the early model of the atom. The early model of the atom is shown in the figure. In this model, all the positive charge will be concentrated at the single point at the center known as nucleus, and all the negative charge means the electrons uniformly distributed inside the atom. So if the atomic number of the atom is Z, then the positive charge at the center will be plus ZE, and similar amount of the negative charge means minus ZE will be distributed inside the whole atom uniformly. So we can find out the volume charge density of the negative charge inside the atom. It is total negative charge divided by volume of the atom. So as we divide, total negative charge means minus ZE by the volume of the atom means 4 by 3 pi r cube. We get volume charge density of the negative charge. It is denoted by rho. So the expression for rho will be minus 3ZE divided by 4 pi capital R cube, where capital R will be the radius of the atom. Let this as equation 1. Now the electric field inside the atom. So to obtain electric field inside the atom, we consider a Gaussian surface of radius R1 as shown in the figure. So the electric flux linked with this Gaussian surface will be given by pi E is equals to E1 multiplied by 4 pi R1 square. Let this as equation 2. Now in next step, we will use Gauss theorem. From the Gauss theorem, total electric flux pi E is equals to Q divided by epsilon naught. Let this as equation 3. Now here we will calculate the charge enclosed inside the Gaussian surface of radius R1. To calculate charge inside the Gaussian surface, we will obtain the amount of the negative charge. Then we add this amount with the positive charge. As we discussed, the total positive charge inside the Gaussian surface will be ZE. So ZE plus the total amount of the negative charge. To calculate the total amount of the negative charge inside the Gaussian surface, we will multiply the volume of the Gaussian surface means 4 by 3 pi R1 cube with the volume charge density. As we substitute the value of rho, we get Q is equals to ZE plus 4 by 3 pi R1 cube multiplied by minus 3 ZE divided by 4 pi capital R cube. As we solve it, we get the value of Q inside the Gaussian surface. That is ZE in bracket 1 minus R1 cube divided by capital R cube. Let this as equation 5. Now we will substitute this value in equation 3. So we get pi E is equals to ZE divided by epsilon naught in bracket 1 minus R1 cube divided by capital R cube. Let this as equation 6. Now we will substitute this value from equation 6 and equation 2. So we get E1 multiplied by 4 pi R1 square is equals to ZE divided by epsilon naught in bracket 1 minus R1 cube divided by capital R cube. On solving, we get E1 is equals to ZE divided by 4 pi epsilon naught in bracket 1 by R1 square minus R1 divided by R cube. So this is the value of the electric field inside the atom. Now the value of the electric field outside the atom at any point. So to find the value of the electric field outside the atom, we consider a Gaussian surface of radius R2 shown in the diagram. This one. Now, as the net charge inside the Gaussian surface in this situation will be 0 because the equal amount of the positive and negative charge will be inside the Gaussian surface. So from the Gauss theorem, YE is equals to Q divided by epsilon naught. Here the value of Q will be 0, so we get 0. That means the electric field outside the atom will be also 0. Now if the point will be on the surface of the atom, so if we substitute small r is equals to capital R and equation 7, then we get E is equals to 0. So finally we can say there will be only the electric field inside the atom. There is no electric field outside the atom as well as on the surface of the